Doing everybody, and welcome to another edition of Ocean's Pit. Little show about big things, and I hope you guys are having a great day today. It's Wednesday, October 23rd, and we're here in the Elk Grove Studios, and hope you guys are having a great morning. And for another edition of fun with a little lunchtime fun, Ocean's Pit, little show about big things, Monday to Friday at noon. Check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com. Give us a call at 847-769-8609 to book a show, and every show is dedicated to the first responders, the men and women in the military, our veterans for fighting for our country, and mostly it's dedicated to people like you who take the time and watch the show on Lunchtime Fun with the Pit. Let's go. I'm in a good mood today, and I hope you guys all are too. It's a great afternoon, everybody. We got a lot of good things to talk about today. But first, let's talk about our good friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local. Guys, get ready for winter. Inspect and roof gutters, seal drafts and gasps, protect outdoor plumbing, winterize outdoor equipment, stock up on emergency kits, flashlights, batteries, blankets, bottled water, check those alarms, everything you need to get all checked up before the winter season hits, folks. Also, buy 2 and get 1 free on select First Alert smoke and CO2 detector. Buy 3 and get 1 free Ace Basic pleated furnace filters. You need them. And Christmas decorations, get your Christmas trees, get your Christmas lights, get your outdoor stuff, get the Christmas stuff, get everything, or Thanksgiving stuff at Ace. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. They're good friends from Ace Hardware. All right, guys, I just want to say hello to everybody here watching today. If you're watching, okay. I'm not seeing anything today. I know you're there, but sometimes the old chat thing just doesn't work. So I got to be able to see you. So I got to figure something out here because we're going to be giving away. That didn't quite work. Now did it, folks? Yeah. All right. So I don't know if we're going to be able to give away 2 tickets today because I can't see any of the comments yet. So we'll see what goes on before that. If I can see the comments, or maybe I can see them on my phone, that's what we'll do. But before we do that, folks, what a day. It's Wednesday. I just want to start off by thanking my very good friend, Richie Hoffer from Seventh Heaven. Seventh Heaven, they're one of the greatest band, I think, to come out of Chicago in years. A great bunch of guys. And, of course, my good friend Mary from NTD Vacations. And Berkshire Hathaway Stark Real Estate. And last night we did a special edition of Ocean's Pit After Dark, as Richie would call it. And all we did for that hour was talk about the MSC World America, the Chicago Music Cruise. And I hope we got somebody, I hope we answered a lot of your questions, because Richie was very thorough about everything. And Mary did everything. She was very thorough in everything that she talked about. And it's very, very cool. And that's why we did it, because a lot of people were confused with the Royal Caribbean, MSC World America, blah, 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 why a new ship? So, again, thank you, Richie, and Carlo, too. My buddy Carlo came by. And so it was a fun night at Richie's home and his studio. And just talking about the MSC World America cruise ship. Why don't we talk about Mary and her real estate finest things? Don't just call me when you're ready to buy or sell. Contact me when you're considering buying or selling. She is your forever agent. That's Mary Grievous at Berkshire Hathaway Stark Real Estate. Forever agent. That's right. M. Grievous, Stark, RE.com. Give her a call at 630-688-1725. She'll take care of all your real estate needs. And also, Mary takes care of the NTD Vacations, the cruise ship, the Chicago Music Cruise #3 with yours truly, and Seventh Heaven. Tony Ocean and the Main Event Band and Seventh Heaven, folks. This is 7-night Western Caribbean cruise, Miami, Honduras, Costa Maya, Cozumel, and Ocean Cay. January 17th to January 24th, 2026. And I hope we answered all your questions because it was a fun night yesterday, folks. Go to ChicagoMusicCruise.com and put in Tony Ocean or give Mary a call at 630-688-1725, and she can answer all your cruise needs and questions. Tell them Tony O sent you. I want to go on the ocean with Ocean. Oh, yeah. All right, so yesterday we gave 2 tickets away for our November 9th show at the Des Plaines Theater. And I'm hoping I can't see the comments right now, folks. Something happened in my box, so I can't see the comments. So hopefully we'll get it fixed before the end of the hour so I can give away 2 free tickets to that show. Or we'll have to do it tomorrow. But let's get right to some stuff here, folks. Happy National Apple Day. For all you people who love apples, I love them in the fridge and I love them cold. And happy National Grandparents' Day. That's right. We are grandparents. Little Callan, going to be 2 soon. And then hopefully we got another one coming, of course, with our son, Tony and Ange. So we're excited about more grandbabies. That's what I love it. So happy. All that good stuff, right? All right, what else we got? We got some technical stuff. Oh, here's something from my good friend Ron Onesti. They got a big show coming up at the Des Plaines this Sunday, October 26th. For all you Sophia Loren fans out there, they're out there, man, and there's a chance to see some movie clips, stories about people who knew Sophia Loren, Patrizio Esposito from Naples, Italy, will be singing with an orchestra, and it's a special night dedicated to Sophia Loren this Sunday, October 26th at Ron Onesti's Des Plaines Theater. Here's a special deal only right here, Ocean's Pit viewers only. 2 for 1 tickets. 2 for 1, $15. 2 for 1 tickets. Go to oshows.com. Put in the promo code SOFIALO. Get your tickets and go see Sophia Loren, a special tribute. That's pretty cool, man. That's what I like about Ron Onesti, folks, if you haven't been to his theaters. Not only does he bring in the great bands, but he comes up with concepts that no other people do, taking maybe some old celebrities or old movie stars or old musicians and doing like these specials, bringing in their son or bringing in their daughter and telling the stories of these great entertainers and or musicians and actors and actresses. And it's a great thing what he does. He tries to reinvent stuff all the time. So that is so very cool. Also, folks, how many people remember the show Cheers? George Wendt. I think he played Norm in Cheers. I didn't watch Cheers all the time, but of course, they gave him a street in Chicago named after George Wendt Way. It's near the Beverly Bell Avenue. It's part of the Beverly Bear Avenue on the south side of Chicago for actor George Wendt of Cheers. So you got his own street. That's a pretty cool thing to have. It really is. All right. What do we got here? Hey, you want to try something completely different for the fall and winter? I think only in the winter. This is the fall. Starting Halloween night. You like hot tubs? How many people like going to hot tubs? Now, people like it. Some people don't. Some people do. I've been on a few every now and then. But this is what's so cool about it, folks. You can rent a hot tub boat on the Milwaukee River starting Halloween night, folks. It's for 2. I think it's for 2 people. It's $200 during the week or $250 on the weekend. It's a 90-minute session where you get a hot tub on a boat and you go out into a hot tub. How cool is that? You want to try something different? You want to bring your girlfriend something different for Halloween or a celebration, an anniversary or something? That is so super cool. Hot tub rental boats. Pretty cool. So I'm in the middle of Milwaukee, in Wisconsin, there on the river. And that's pretty cool. Try it out. Hot tub boat rentals. Something new, something different to do this fall. Again, folks, I still can't see the comments coming in, and it kills me because I love when your responses of stuff that we have. TMZ, prayers to Brian Gumbel, hospitalized. Brian Gumbel, I think he was, I forgot, newscaster of some sort. He's been around forever, but our prayers go out to him. Hopefully he gets better. All right, Keith Urban. A lot on his plate right now through his divorce. But here is something that, when it comes to lyrics. Now, you guys, if you follow my show, I pretty fuck up on the lyrics when I'm singing songs. Thank God Jerry and Toto now got me the little screen so I can get some of the words right, because sometimes I do butcher certain songs, as you guys well know. Keith Urban, though, just one of his concerts in Nashville, one of his songs called Fighter, which is one of my wife's favorite songs, he forgot the words to. And of course, when you got a lot on your mind, probably, even though you're trying to entertain and trying to do your job and trying to do the right thing, he fucked up on the words and he got caught. So his fans kind of called him out on it. And embarrassing as it might be, it is interesting. It happens. You have a lot of stuff on your plate and stuff like this happens. I am trying to see comments right now. Let me see there. Danny Mazzi, Armando Supermarkets in the house. Buy local, shop local, 925 Liberty Street in Elgin, Illinois. Laura Kendler, how you doing, buddy? Jill, I hope you guys are doing well. You're watching Ocean Spin. There's just some of the comments that I just seen on my phone because I can't see it on the computer. All right, so Bad Bunny, Super Bowl halftime coming up in February. And he went out there. I mean, the announcement was made. There was some backlash to it, to the point where someone else nominated George Strait, the great country singer. And they're trying to get signatures to push Bad Bunny out of doing the halftime Super Bowl to put George Strait in, according to TMZ. Now, supposedly George Strait signatures has surpassed 50,000 signatures to put George Strait singing the halftime show instead of Bad Bunny. Well, what they could do to maybe please both, how you combine them. Maybe put Bad Bunny in the beginning and then put George Strait in the end, or whatever the hell it is. I don't know what's going to happen. We still got time before February, the Super Bowl, folks. But a lot of shit's going down on this, and this is according to this particular article came from US Weekly. So it's interesting to see if George Strait or Bad Bunny will end up doing the halftime show, or neither of them. Who knows? I am trying to see why I'm not getting any comments. Oh, I can't see your comments, folks. It's killing me. Oh, I hate when this happens. Because your comments make the show. I can answer your comments. You can tell me to go fuck myself, or Tony, you're an idiot, or you laugh with me, or whatever it is. But I can't seem to do that. And I can't even see your responses. I got a couple good questions, Joe. That would be cool. Anyway, the average man right now, folks, in the U.S., at the age of 20, their average weight right now is 199.8 pounds. That's the average man at the age of 20 years old. Now, I know that's pretty big. I'm 205, 204 this morning. So, I mean, at 20 years old, almost 200 pounds could be. I mean, kids now, this new age with depression, and maybe they're eating more shit, more candy, more fast food, more garbage, or whatever else they're doing. Crazy as it sounds, right? Completely crazy as it sounds. But that's the average, what they're saying right now. All right, let me see what we got here. How about this lady? 100. Listen, you want to pick an age when you should retire? right? What is the right age to retire? I don't know. Some people don't want to retire. I think when they get to a certain age and they retire, that's when their life goes, because unless you're active and do stuff to keep you busy, instead of you just sitting on a couch just watching TV every night, not doing anything, you're going to get old pretty fast. This woman here, this is in Italy, mind you, where everything is a little bit more. I mean, the food is healthier, life is healthy, not as much stress and all the bullshit that they have here in the United States. But she's 100 years old. Her name is Nonna Anna Rossi. She's a bartender. She's been a bartender since 1958. She works 7 days a week, folks. She's 100 years old, the oldest bartender still working. Kudos. And why? Because she loves to do it. She loves to do it for the people. She loves to meet with people and serve people. And she's been doing it since 58. That's a long time. Wow, 100 years old, Nonna. Good for you. Good for you. Oh, I wish I could get the chats, but I can't, guys. So I have no clue if you guys are responding or not. I can't even give you the trivia question for our show in November. So we're going to have to save that to tomorrow. All right, so let me tell you what we got coming up this week. Tomorrow night, we'll be at Positano's in Oak Brook. Yes, we do play there once a month. And yes, it's Jerry Jams and Lisa P. But this time, Lisa is in Costa Rica having a little vacation. So we're bringing in my good friend Kim Peterson LeFew. Will be joining us tomorrow at 7 o'clock at Positano's in Oak Brook. Come on out and support us. And, of course, support Kim Peterson LeFew from In Session with her band. But she'll be joining us tomorrow night. Friday, me and Jerry Jams will be at Chicago Prime Steakhouse in Schaumburg. That's an 8 o'clock hit. Saturday, returning to Greg and Jennifer, one of my favorite places, Taverna on Division, Melrose Park, Saturday night, 8 o'clock. So it's going to be a busy week. Now, I was going to ask you guys a question, but I can't see the answers. So what's the point? But I'm going to ask the question anyway, and you guys can talk upon yourself. You're stuck in a room with your ex for an hour. What would happen? What would happen if you're stuck in a room for an hour with your ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, ex-wife, ex-husband, 1 hour? What would happen? And I don't know. I'll ask the question again tomorrow when maybe I can see the response. But it's an interesting question to get you guys going for the day. Thinking about it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here's something that's really crazy. Why do women think they're fat, except the fat ones? And I'm not knocking any fat. I mean, probably not the best word to use, fat, but this was the question that came up. Why do women think they're fat except the fat ones, right? You're not fat. It's like, and then, I don't know. It's a great question, but I can't get any responses, so I'm going to have to save that one. I was watching Gutfeld, folks. I don't know if you watch Greg Gutfeld, but I do every night. I watch the rerun. I don't watch it live. I record it and fast forward to the commercials, but now, I'm not talking about all liberals, but I'm just talking about liberals, some liberals, the crazy small part liberals in general. They've ruined the NFL, the Boy Scouts, the NBA, Hollywood, Girl Scouts, restrooms, women's sports, and at least 9 other states. Why can't we have nice things anymore? Everything's always a bam, bam, bam. Patrick Moore, a friend of mine, sent this in. People deported with no due process. Now, this is the last couple of presidents that we had. I know President Donald Trump is getting a lot of shit right now with deporting, with the ICE and all that. But let's go back. Let's go back, folks. Let's go back to Bill Clinton did this. 12.3 million were deported under President Bill Clinton. Under President Bush, 9 million. Under former President Obama, 4 million. Right now, under President Donald Trump, it's 1.2 million. But it's just a problem with the president. This president does it. Not the other 3. That's suspicious. Yes. A wise man once said, don't be afraid to start over again. This time you're not starting from scratch, you're starting from experience. Pretty cool quote. And we do get a lot of these great quotes. I do have to admit, you guys do save some good stuff. And I do appreciate that very much. Okay, so we're trying to get some other stories here to come up. Obviously, guys, if you're watching, I can't see any comments today. ICE, people afraid of ICE, don't like ICE, are against ICE. ICE raided a warehouse in Chicago and found 7 missing children. Some of this stuff is very good, what they're doing, folks. They're doing a good job, but some people don't want to hear that stuff, or they don't want to admit that stuff. But they're doing some good work. All right, let's see. Major League Baseball. World Series coming up between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Los Angeles Dodgers. I hate LA. I hate the Los Angeles Dodgers. And I hate the Toronto Blue Jays for beating my New York Yankees. Even though the New York Yankees folded. I admit when I'm wrong, I'll say the Toronto Blue Jays played a better game. But I might have to vote two things. I might have to root for LA to beat Toronto to the karma for the Yankees. But Don Mattingly, who used to be a New York Yankee, is the manager for the Blue Jays, and he hasn't won anything, and he's been in baseball for 40 years. So, interesting. But here's some new rules for baseball. What do you guys think? Major League Baseball approves robot umps in 2026 for challenges only. Major League Baseball just approved the groundbreaking move for 2026 season, a challenge-based robot ump system for balls and strikes. After years of testing in the minors, spring training, and even all-star game, the league competition committee voted to let players, pitchers, and catchers challenge up to 2 calls per game. Tap your helmet to trigger the challenge if it's successful. So, the automated ball strike system uses 12-inch tech cameras in every park, similar to tennis line call technology. Major of error, just one. So, during challenges, if they do this with baseball, using robots, I think that's a great thing, because some of this stuff, I think they should just go to robots and just in general, because look what they're doing with the NFL, and we'll definitely talk about that today or tomorrow. It's cold. How do you sleep? What's your temperature? Keeping your bedroom cold at 66 Fahrenheit may be just as important as diet and exercise for burning fat. Sleep when it's cold. Your body shrinks. It's a good thing. I do. I always do that. 66 Fahrenheit. Little chilly. Put something on. Dennis Rodman, former Detroit Piston in the NBA basketball world, and of course, former Chicago Bull. Hall of Fame player Dennis Rodman is the oldest from his family of 46 children. He's the oldest Rodman family, 46th children. Dennis Rodman. Wow. Wow. All right, boys with 0 girlfriends will get a very beautiful wife. Study reveals. A new study claims that men who have never been in a relationship are more likely to marry an exceptionally attractive partner later in life. Research suggests that patience, emotional stability, and long-term focus may play a key role. Men who spend their early years building confidence and maturity rather than chasing short-term relationships often form stronger, more balanced bonds when they finally down to commit. Pretty cool thing. Take your time. Take your time. President Donald Trump is reportedly considering putting a statue of Jesus Christ on the White House lawn. Do you imagine the uproar? If they're pissed off right now at him building this ballroom, which he's not charging the taxpayers, and every president in the past has made some different changes to the White House. Imagine if he put Oh my God. Oh my God. They'd have to put that thing under heavy security because I can imagine the damage would happen to that statue. Just talking out loud. You're watching Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Husband dies after his overweight. Wait a minute. A husband dies after his overweight wife falls on him and can't get up. You can't make this shit up, folks. In northwest Portugal, a 59-year-old man died in a rare domestic accident after his wife accidentally fell on him. Police confirmed. The accident occurred in early hours of August 11th in Campania, near Porto. The 6-year-old woman got out of bed at night, lost her balance, and fell onto her husband, who was laying beside the bed. He became trapped between the bed and wall, leaving her unable to move or get up. Neighbors rushed to help with great effort, lifted her off him, but the man already unconscious. The moral of the story is put the nightlight on before you get out of bed. Scientists have proved that the ideal age to stop going to clubbing is 69. 69. Stop going out and that would kill half my audience. I don't know. You can stop going out when you feel comfortable to stop going out. I think you go out and enjoy life. That's what keeps you young. That's what keeps you moving, man. 69. We're going to hold on to that story. Now, here's something interesting. The sugar content in Subway rolls are so high that they're not classified as bread, and this is in Ireland because of all the sugar. A 2020 ruling by Ireland Supreme Court found that Subway rolls contain too much sugar to be classified as bread under the Irish law. For a product to be considered bread in Ireland, the sugar content must not exceed 2% of the flour's weight. But Subway rolls contain approximately 10%. That means Subway sandwiches in Ireland have taxed differently than expected, more like pastries than basic bread. This is in Ireland, mind you. See, they have different stuff than that. Their stuff is much completely different than it is, their ingredients and stuff. And I think we've already went through that a few times. Car dealers. This is really sad, folks. The U.S. auto market stuck with 200 billion unsold cars. Nearly 200 billion worth of vehicles, both new and used, are sitting unsold across U.S. dealerships. According to recent data, there is 2.95 million new cars worth about 140 billion and 2.21 million used cars worth about 57 billion currently in inventory. That's far above what experts call a healthy supply level. Higher interest rates, expensive financing, slower demand for EVs are starting to put pressure on auto markets. That electric car thing for a while was kicking right. People bought them in the beginning, but I don't see that many of them anymore. And they can't sell them. Wow. That's very interesting. Oh, my God. Just when you thought you can hear stories that you can never, China, listen to this. China confirms a new virus outbreak after man eats birds' cum or birds' semen. You can't make this up, folks. And you're hearing it here on Ocean's Pit. The reports from China indicate that health officials have launched an urgent investigation into a newly detected virus, pushing lockdowns and heavy protective measures in certain areas. Teams in hazmat suits have been deployed to trace infections and prevent wider transmission, as authorities stress the importance of this. China might be at it again, folks. Why not? They did it once. Let's do it again. I know you guys are saying, what the hell is Tony talking about? Apple Wallet is getting U.S. passports very soon for iPhones. Wouldn't it be cool? That would be cool. Instead of having your actual passport when you have to travel, Apple wallets pretty cool to use as a passport. Just have it here on your phone. I think that would be very cool to do that, especially going through TSAs and stuff like that. Or now I think some of these airports I noticed that, well, I didn't see, but they're saying it's coming up where they're going to put your face in something and it can identify you on your face, who you are. So pretty soon, maybe these IDs and driver's license and passports maybe not be needed anymore if everything is on the face thing, you know. A man wins a $500,000 lawsuit after phone records show doctors insulting him during his colonoscopy. In Virginia, a patient received $500,000 after secretly recording his colonoscopy, obviously on his phone. How did he do that? That's interesting, number one. Capturing the operation team mocking him under anesthesia. The consultant and colleagues joked about imagined elements, made offensive remarks, and belittled him. The audio became the basis for a lawsuit resulting in damages for defamation, medical malpractice, and punitive penalties, exposing shocking breach in trust in healthcare. I could see maybe trying to record your colonoscopy, but how the hell did the doctors not see that shit? Moral of the story, keep your mouth shut because you never know what anybody's going to say or hear. Right, folks? Boy, I should learn my lesson on that. I should learn my lesson. Breaking news on WIFR TV. Breaking Stelliant. You know what? We're going to hold off on this story because it needs a group participation. So we're going to get rid of that story completely. Like I said, guys, I can't see the comments today. So there will be no free tickets to give away because I won't be able to see who gives the answer. But we will definitely do the trivia question tomorrow for my show, November 9th at the Des Plaines Theater. All right, bad for parents these days. Now think about it. There's a lot going on than when our parents. I feel bad for parents nowadays. You have to be able to explain to your children the birds and the bees and the bees, the birds and the birds that used to be bees, the bees that used to be birds, the birds that look like bees, plus the bees that look like birds but still have a stinger. Let that sink in for you this afternoon. And there's a dad. Okay, hon. Daughter number 2. I'm also a lesbian too. Dad, what the hell? Does anyone in this house like men? The son goes, I do. Michelle, sending that in. Yeah, that's funny. That's a good joke. Yeah, some people like it, some people don't. Okay, here we go. Man won $5 million lottery but had no bank account, so his girlfriend took it and ran off with another man. Wow. That's horrible. I'm trying to see. I still can't get comments. I'm looking on the folks, and I'm getting nothing. So I'm going to try, but I can't go to my phone. So no comments on today's show, which, like I said, you guys make the show. So it's kind of hard today. So here's what happened. A man in Canada thought his life changed forever, winning a $5 million lottery. And let's be honest, it would change your life, guaranteed. But things took a wild turn when his girlfriend, who helped him claim the prize under her name, vanished with both the winnings and another man. Reports say the man didn't have a bank account, so the ticket was registered to his girlfriend instead. Once the payout cleared, she reportedly cut off all contact and disappeared with another man. Why don't you have a bank account? Number 1, idiot. That's cold, man. He won $5 million. She took the cash with another man. That means that even if he had a bank account and he won all that money, she had another man on the side. She just was waiting for the right time to break it. Horrible story that happens. The maker, this is interesting. This is pretty cool. When you were a kid, the girls had Barbies and the guys had Hot Wheels. Most of them did. Some might have had both. I don't know. Anyway, the makers of Barbies and the makers of Hot Wheels were husband and wife in real life. Barbie was created by Ruth Handler, while her husband, Elliot Handler, co-created Hot Wheels. She built a doll adored by millions of girls. He designed the cars loved by a generation of boys. Together, they shaped childhoods across the globe, a rare couple whose inventions influenced pop culture in totally different, yet equally powerful ways. That's pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. We all had Hot Wheels at one time, and I'm sure all you ladies had Barbies. Your grandparents. They smoked every day, ate bread, butter, meat daily, didn't count calories, obesity, unheard of, chronic diseases, rare. Then one additive entered the food supply, and 470 billion sicknesses industry was born. Your grandparents weren't lucky. They just lived before food turned into poison, like they're trying to kill us. Before the 1950s, obesity and heart disease were very rare. Then seed oils entered the food supply, sold as healthy, and sickness became $1 billion business. The system doesn't want you healthy. It wants you to dependent, to be too tired to question it. Think about that. Look at your grandparents, Beck, right? They ate bread, butter, pasta every fucking day. Sad, but true. I don't know if this is true, but think about this. Men who kiss their wives before leaving for work live an average of 5 years longer than men who don't. Legend says a German study from 1980s found men who kissed their wives goodbye each morning lived about 5 years longer than the man that did not. According to the story, these kissers also had fewer car accidents, more income, less sick leave. The idea is that starting your day with connection sets a positive tone, but there's a catch. We don't have solid peer-reviewed data available today back up the extra 5 years. So I don't know how to even judge that. I'll have to use that and keep that story. You men out there with beards and mustaches, this is mostly beards. Think about this. A recent study claims that the beards can trap more bacteria than dogs' fur. A recent study claims that men's beards may trap more bacteria than dogs' fur. Researchers found that certain beard samples contained higher bacteria counts compared to swabs taken from dogs. While the finding raised concerns about hygiene, and washing and grooming are effective ways to keep beards clean. Obviously, when people have beards, they have to keep that shit up. So, you want to hear the story? Listen to the pit. This is the story, folks. Peeing, urinating, going number one, piss in the shower instead of the toilet just once a day can save up to 2,500 liters of water per year per person. So the moral of the story is pee in the shower once or twice, depending how many showers you do. I gotta have to save that one. You can't make this shit up, folks. But what we could do right now is talk about some sponsors. How about that, folks? How about some sponsors? You're looking for a lawyer? My man, Roy McCampbell, attorney at law, statewide law practice that is client-focused and results-driven. If you're looking for the right lawyer to do the right job, call my buddy Roy McCampbell at 708-275-5264 and tell him Tony O sent you. How about Laura Ocean Solutions? That's right, increase profits by reducing credit card fees. You'll never have to shop again if you use Laura Ocean Solutions. That's right, Laura also dabbles with credit cards. So if you have a company that's looking to change your credit cards, call her, Laura Ocean Solutions. More sponsors here. How about to get your hair and get your hair done right? Trico Hair Experts, folks, out of Rosemont, Illinois. Yes, it's a great company to have, folks. And try it. Trico Hair Experts. Call Anthony or Carmela at 773-999-7888. Woo! Trico Hair Experts. Great place to be. All right, folks. It's good for hair. You watch it, like I said. I know you guys are watching today, and usually the free tickets for the concert, Tony Ocean live November 9th, Tony Ocean and Friends at the Des Plaines Theater, happening November 9th at 3:00 p.m. with Tony Ocean, the main event band, Lisa P., Stephanie Lemon-Brigner, Joe Catafio, Ronnie B. Elvis, John Guarini, Jenny Impardo, Christian Knievel, Louis Pipes. There's a lot of singers on this show, folks. It's going to be something that's never been done at the Arcada Theater with Tony Ocean, the main event band. 3:00, oshows.com. Get your tickets. It's going to be a great show. Got a lot of fun at the Des Plaines Theater. So I hope you guys will join us. All right, so let's time. And you know it's also time. It's for the weather. JRC Ace Hardware. That's Ace, brought to you by. This is the weather, brought to you by them. Wednesday, October 22nd. It's 49 degrees, 65% humidity out there, folks. 17-mile-an-hour winds. I tried fishing this morning. Not good. No rain in the forecast, but that is your weather for you. Brought to you by JRC Ace Hardware Stores. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Our good friends today. No comments, and it's killing me, folks, because I can't give away the 2 tickets, and I can't get you hear your responses. Trader Joe's managers take $32 an hour. You're looking for a job. If you can get it with Trader Joe's, their managers make $32 an hour plus an extra $10 every hour of overtime. That's a job. Pretty cool. Home Depot is giving out free training for these 4 trades. Some of you people go to college. If you want to be a doctor, lawyer, certain things, go to college. If not, get a trade. And Home Depot is giving out free training for these 4 trades. You can earn a certificate for HVAC, carpentry, electrician, and construction. Free training, folks, at Home Depot. If you're not the college type, this is something you might want to look into. All right. Now, this is a horrible story. Daughter disappeared in 2005. After 14 years, a mom discovers her inline skates at a neighbor's garage sale. This is the woman. The daughter vanished in 2005 while roller skating with her friends. And from that moment, her life felt frozen in time for years. She never stopped hoping for answers until one Saturday morning, while browsing a neighbor's garage sale, spotted something thought she'd never see again. Her daughter's roller skates. Unmistakably. It felt like a voice from the past, reopening wounds she tried to heal. But what I found next to the sale stunned me and raised questions I couldn't ignore. Imagine that. Your son's missing, your daughter's missing, some of the family members missing, and in finding his coat or finding his golf clubs or finding, in this particular situation, their ice skates. They're investigating it right now. Holy shit. I couldn't even think about, I couldn't even fathom what that person has to be going through. Bill Gates, owner of Microsoft, founded in 1975, spearheading the personal computing revolution, becoming one of the world's wealthiest individuals, says he'd rather choose a lazy person to do a hard job because a lazy person will find an easy way to do it. In 2008, he redirected the attention to Bill and Gates Foundation, investing billions of global health education beyond technology. Good. So you get a lazy person to do the job, a hard job, because if he's lazy, he's going to figure out a lazy way to do this hard job. So you want to hire a lazy person, according to Bill Gates. mind you. I don't know. A man locked his head in a cage in an attempt to help him stop smoking. His wife has the key and only opens him when he wants to eat meals. Sounds a little weird here, but a Turkish man, maybe in Turkey they do this kind of crap. A Turkish man named Ayrbin Yakul took an extraordinary step to end a 26-year-old smoking addiction. After losing his father to lung cancer, he realized that willpower alone wasn't enough to fight his cravings. So he built a helmet-like cage from copper wire, locking his own head inside each day and handing the keys to his wife and daughter. This self-imposed prison ensured he couldn't smoke no matter how strong the urge became. His story captured global attention not because of the cage itself, but because of what it symbolized: the human struggle against self-destruction. You want to talk about going crazy, but hey, I guess that's one way to learn how to stop smoking. Oh, viewers demand ABC apology after Stephanopoulos abruptly cuts off J.D. Vance's speech. On this week, host George Stephanopoulos interrupted, if I'm pronouncing that name wrong, Snuffleupagus from Sesame Street, interrupted J.D. Vance's mid-response, cutting the commercial break after Vance accused him of lying about Tom Homan. Here's why your show's viewership is declining, Vance said just before the screen went blank. That's pretty cold to do to the vice president or to anybody, any guest. Studies find women who don't cook for their husbands have happier marriages. We might have to keep this one. Might have to keep that. We might have to keep some of these stories. Human remains discovered along a riverbed in Lafayette County, Indiana, have been determined to be more than 4,200 years old. The local coroner just Monday. A 4,000-year-old human skull found on the riverbank in Indiana. Wow. Look, Mom, look what I found. Fox 32 News, a man paralyzed walks again after experimental drug trail triggers remarkable recovery. Michael J. Fox makes heartbreaking admission on how he wants to die after living with Parkinson's for 35 years. The great actor Michael J. Fox, Parkinson's. I can't imagine what this gentleman or girls or anybody that has this has to, gotta be mind-boggling to put through this. And he doesn't want to live like this anymore. He doesn't want to put his family through that. I don't know. If it was me, guys, I even told my wife, if I get to the point where you're trying to keep somebody alive sometimes, now this is different. This is Parkinson's, but still, it's a disease that it changes everything on a human being, you know? And not only for the individual, but for the family and people that are close. But if I had to go to the point where I'm keeping me alive on tubes and stuff, man, unplug me. There's no reason to keep someone. And this is just for me speaking. If this was me, if your mom doesn't know, or your dad or your loved one doesn't know who you are, doesn't recognize you or your family, but they're on this life support system. This is completely changing the topic here of the Parkinson's with Michael J. Fox, but sickness in general. You know, my mom's going for surgery on Friday. Now she's getting a valve replaced. She's 86 years old. Technology, things are so much better right now, but you know, she's still freaking out. But God forbid if something happened and it got worse. What would you do? You got to keep it. I'm just talking about when you get to the point where she doesn't recognize you or doesn't recognize I mean, if that was me, I would hate to have to put my family through the bar, go through that, knowing that they're taking care of me. I don't know, man. We'll have to see if it ever gets to something crazy like that. But my God, Jim Carrey, like him or not, actor-wise, the man of 1,000 faces, Did The Grinch, did a great job with that. Not as good as the original cartoon, but did a pretty good job with it. They're trying to put now in talks with the new Jetsons movie. Here is Jim Carrey as, can you even see this with all this light? As George Jetson. Looks pretty cool. He does kind of look like George Jetson. I would see it. I would watch the movie Jim Carrey as George Jetson. Some people ride the crazy train. I drive that motherfucker. Months after Paris Jackson calls out premium payouts made to lawyers in charge of her late father Michael Jackson's estate, a new filing revealed how much she received in inheritance. Now, this is according to E! News, folks. She called out the premium payouts, saying everybody's getting paid this much, and she didn't. But you know what her payments were? She got $65 million in benefits from the Michael Jackson estate, and she's still bitching about payouts that other people got. She got $65 million. Shut up. According to Fox 11 Los Angeles, earlier this month, viral post claimed $1,702 stimulus payments were on their way. I don't know. President Trump did talk about $2,000 getting up to all taxpayers. It's all talk right now. I didn't see any of those checks yet. Would be cool, though. Would be cool. Absolutely. NBC in trouble, folks. You know the Peacock? Yes. NBC News cuts 7% of their staff as it prepares to separate from woke and MSNBC and CNBC. They're trying to get away from that. Kudos for NBC, if that's the case. If that's what they're really trying to do. The problem with, folks, a lot of stuff that you hear these days or see on computers, this is like you're listening to the Star. This is the stories that are out there. Some we confirm, some we can't, some are bullshit, some are not. This is entertainment, folks. This is not real news. This is not, your regular stuff. But even on the news channels these days, you don't even know what the hell is going on. Who's right, who isn't. This man has been walking around the world for 28 years. He started in 1998 and he will finish in 2026. This should be made into TV movie. The incredible images featured Carl Bushby, a man who in 1998 looked at a map and made the most insane decision of his life. He would walk from the bottom of Chile all the way home to Hull, England. 27 years later, he's still walking. This man has covered an astonishing 36,000 miles across 4 continents, 25 countries, entirely on foot. He survived deadly jungles, swum across seas, and even attempted to cross the frozen Bering Strait. If this is a true story, I'd like to see the making of, or if this guy actually recorded this stuff, would make a pretty cool story. Top 10 hottest and coldest cities in America. We'll do the hottest first since summer is gone by us here. But Phoenix, Arizona comes in at number 1. Las Vegas, Nevada comes in at number 2. Tucson, Arizona, number 3. Mesa, Arizona, number 4. Bakersfield, California comes in at 5. Henderson, Nevada comes in at 6. El Paso, Texas comes in at 7. Scottsdale, Arizona comes in at 8. Laredo, Texas comes in at 9. Riverside, California comes in at 10. That's the top 10 hottest cities in the U.S. Here's the top 10 coldest cities, which were right around the corner here, folks. Number 10, Burlington, Vermont. Number 9, Buffalo, New York. Number 8, Helena, Montana. Number 7, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Number 6, Anchorage, Alaska. Number 5, Bismarck, North Dakota. Number 4, Grand Forks, North Dakota. Number 3, Duluth, Minnesota. Number 2, Fargo, North Dakota. And the coldest city is Fairbanks, Alaska. Cool. Well, this is good stuff. California couple vanished after stealing $21 million in government funds. They left a goodbye note for their 3 kids. These are degenerate human beings, and these are degenerate parents. Richard Evazan and Marietta Turboblen, a married couple from California, figures, with the heart of one of the largest COVID-19 relief fraud schemes in United States history. Together with several relatives, they used stolen identities, fabricated businesses to obtain more than $21 million in federal relief funds. Money meant to help struggling families during the pandemic. Instead, they splurged on luxury homes, expensive jewelries, and personal indulgences. In 2021, the couple was convicted and facing lengthy prison sentences. But before they could be sentenced, they cut off their ankle monitors and left a farewell letter for their 3 children and vanished. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. You want to hear another crazy story? Breaking news, folks, from Ryan Fortrer sent this in. Newsleak suggests Kamala Harris is plotting a 2028 presidential run and reportedly wants AOC as her running mate. Wow. Yeah. Wow. And on the other note, folks, John Marani, a friend of ours, sent this in. Crude oil just fell again, now below $58 a barrel. $2 a gallon of gas incoming. $2.45 in Elmwood Park, folks. $2.45 gas. Thank you, President Donald Trump. Well, folks, I can't give you guys the trivia question, you guys to win free tickets, because I can't see the comments. So come back tomorrow for Toxic Thursday, and we'll give away 2 tickets to November 9th, Tony Ocean and Friends show. Let me tell you what other shows we got coming up. Halloween is around the corner, so some of these 3 restaurants that I'll be playing are having Halloween parties with costumes and prizes, so you might want to join us. Let's start off with Wednesday. Next Wednesday, the 29th, will be at Rosario's in Roselle. Costume prizes. On the 30th of October, we'll be at Village Pub. $100 for first prize, $75 for second prize. Best costume. Halloween night, Friday Halloween night for the first time, will be at Chicago Prime Steakhouse, and they're having their first costume party and prizes for best costume. Halloween night. November 1st, Ocean's Rat Pack will be at the Roxy in Lockport. November 2nd, Ocean's Rat Pack will be at the Western Springs Theater. December 4th, Tony Ocean and the Rat Pack. Of course, Ocean's Rat Pack and Rick Lindy and the Wild Ones will be at the Tivoli Theater for their special Christmas show, December 4th. And we'll be in Indianapolis with Ocean's Rat Pack on December 6th. Road trip tomorrow night. Positanos in Oak Brook. Friday, Chicago Prime Steakhouse. Saturday, Taverna on Division in Melrose Park. Woo! Birthdays for Wednesday, October 23rd. Woo, 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 woo. Jerome Howard, better known as Curly Howard of the Three Stooges, celebrating a birthday. My good friend Kelly Lentina. Kelly up in Florida. I hope you're doing, honey. Happy birthday. Stiff Bader of the Dead Boys and Lords of the New Church, celebrating a birthday. Charlotte Caffey of the rock group The Go-Go's, celebrating a birthday. Nikki, the Piano Man Sahajas, St. Nicholas in New York, is celebrating his birthday with the First Lady. Nick, I hope you're having a great birthday, pal. Bob Giblin might not mean anything to you, but to me, Bob Giblin was the man, 94 years old. He was the first man to see the footprints of Bigfoot. I believe Mr. Burns from the from the Simpsons. The Simpsons. The character was created in 1993. Happy birthday, Mr. Burns. Manfred Leibowitz, better known as Manfred Mann, blinded by the light. 85 years old. That song was written by Bruce Springsteen, by the way. Let's see. Joyce Randolph, hey, Trixie, of the Honeymooners, celebrates her birthday. Iron Mike Ditka from the Chicago Bears. Lee Lothran, I can't pronounce his last name, the trumpet player for Chicago, 79 years old. Gabby, my good friend Carlo Joseph's daughter, Gabby, celebrating a birthday. If you're listening to Gabby, happy birthday. Kim Kardashian turns 45 years old. My friend Ronnie DeMel, Ronnie, happy birthday. And the late father of Natalie and my wife, Laura Bosch, Bernie Bosch, up in heaven, celebrating a birthday today. I never got to meet Bernie, but from what Laura tells me, that he'd be at all my shows, he'd be fishing with me, he'd be going to flea markets with me. So I'm sorry I never got to meet Bernie Bosch up in heaven. Happy birthday, Bernie. Guys, it's a great day. We want to thank our good friends, of course, Wendy and Craig from Imperilox, becoming your own bank. Imagine putting your money to work for you, becoming your own bank, and making your dream retirement a reality with guaranteed lifetime income. Wendy Thompson and Craig Cogman help you create personal pensions, grow your wealth, secure your legacy. It's never too late to start. Take charge of your financial future today. Call them at 630-890-1213 or book them on Canley for a free consultation. Start building the retirement you deserve. My good friend, Wendy Thomas. Wendy and Craig. And guys, don't forget the Chicago Music Cruise. Again, thank you, Richie from Seventh Heaven. Go watch it. Talked all about the MSC World America. Talked all about cruising. And we had a great late night Ocean's Pit after dark with Richie and Mary. Hope you guys can join us on our cruise. It's going to be fun. Guys, let's thank our good friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Don't forget to download the Ace app. All new Ace app downloads receive a $10 coupon just for downloading the app. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Guys, I want to thank you all for watching the show today. Even though I couldn't answer you, I did not see the comments. And we're going to fix it to make sure I can see it tomorrow because we're going to give away 2 free tickets to Tony Ocean and Friends show, November 9th at the Des Plaines Theater, oshows.com, 3 o'clock show. Not only is it Tony Ocean, the main event band, Tony Toto, Daniel Raimondi, Jerry Jams, Daryl Armenstadt, but it's Lisa P., Louis Pipes, Joe Catafio, Stephanie Lemon-Brigner, Jenny Impardo, John Guarini, Christian Knievel, Ronnie B. It's going to be a nonstop concert show with all different singers. oshows.com, Sunday, November 9th, 3 o'clock, Des Plaines Theater, produced by the great Ron Onesti. Guys, buy local, shop local, support local establishments, support live entertainment. Be kind to one another, folks. And if you're offended by this show or any other show, just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right. Be kind. It's a crazy world up there, man. You see a lot of smiles, but you don't know what's behind those smiles. Reach out to a friend who needs some help every now and then. It's a tough world we live in, but let's try to make it a better one, huh? Ringo Starr says peace and love. We need it more than ever. God bless you all, everybody. Thanks for watching. Tomorrow, Toxic Thursday with Carol Brandolino. And coming soon, some Thursdays with the great Laura Ocean coming back. And guys, it's that time for holiday breads. Yes, Mama D's breads are back. Pumpkin, apple spice, caramel apple, pumpkin chocolate chip. You get them. Thanksgiving is right around the corner. Christmas stocking stuffers, $11 for a regular size bread. Mini bread, $6 or 2 for $10. Call my sister Natalie Bosch at 847-533-0400 or contact her on Messenger. Natalie Bosch, Bosch. Get those breads. Mama D breads are back. We got to go, everybody. Nick Sahajas, the birthday boy, take us out. God bless you, everybody. Peace and love. Have a great day.
Time to go. It's the end of the show. See you later from Tony O.
Bye-bye, everybody. Peace and love.